Well, well, well. Hemi V8s are arriving at Ram dealers. Not just Ram 1500s, but I saw this over at Car Scoops at the beginning of the month in terms of the Hemi V8s for the Rams arriving. But as I saw over at OC Motivator as well, and I checked with Tobin this morning, guess what else is on the way? GT Durangos with the V8 with a sticker price of 42,000, around 42,500, somewhere around there, are there. And guess what? Dealers are not marking them up. You know what drives me nuts? Those warranty calls. If you've ever got one of those sketchy calls about your car warranty expiring, you know the ones I'm talking about. I hate to break it to you, but those scammers probably have way more of your info than just your phone number. As a car guy, I used to get hit with these constantly because you guys know, I go through cars like every 6 months. They'd know my name, the state I was in. That's not a coincidence. That's because of these data brokers. These companies collect and sell your personal info like your name, address, phone numbers, even more. Anyone can buy a profile from you on these sites, including these scammers who use this data to make their calls sound legit. I'm not trying to hand scammers an easy win, ever. You know me, Petty Roosevelt. So I started using Delete Me. I talked about them last month. We're talking about them here again. It's a privacy service that finds your data on all of these sketchy sites, broker sites, etc., and they get it removed and keeps monitoring to make sure it stays off. Let me show you. This is my latest Delete Me report. They've already scrubbed my info, as you can see, from a bunch of these sites I didn't even know about. If you want to protect yourself and your data, go to joindeleteme.com/TK Garage. All right, you'll see the link. It's on the screen and it will be in the description. That link gets you 20% off your plan. And like I said, I'm going to drop it in the description down below too. And just so you know, yeah, this video is sponsored by Delete Me, but I've been using it, and I promise you, if you care about your privacy, it's up. At least the ones that I've seen so far. Tobin Automotive isn't marking them up. I can't speak for some of the other ones. You know, the Lithia dealerships are normally bleh, whatever. So they're always going to try to put on those $500 lug nuts and the rest of the dumb crap. But this is good news. One of the things that worried me the most when I knew these Rams were coming, and the new 5.7 V8 has 395 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque. I would think that they were going to try to upcharge on those, and you're going to have dealerships in the network that are going to do that. You know, scumbag dealerships like Bowers in the Southeast, or to my Matt Bowers, or David Stanley, dealerships like that. Avoid those like AIDS. Like, just stay away from them. Absolute disaster scumbag dealerships. You don't have to do your business there. I would tell you this. If you walk onto a Ram or a Dodge dealership and you see one of these new Hemi trucks and you see adjusted markup or whatever for 5,000, don't even just tell them, nah, we're going to look somewhere else. I see you guys have a markup. I'm not even in the mood to negotiate with you. If I see that, if I already see that on the window, then I already know that you guys are with the bullshit, and I don't do business with dealerships that do bullshit, and just walk away. Because here's the thing. Especially if you watch this channel, get out of the mindset that you have to buy that truck or that SUV from your dealership in town. Stop doing that. That's how you get bent over and on a regular basis. Don't do it. Look online. Get on Car Gurus. Check 200 miles out. Check 250 miles out. You're going to get your best deal by actually searching the entire internet. And what's crazy is, and I've said this before, I'll give you a prime example. Say you're in Texas, right? But you look out here in Las Vegas and you find a Durango GT that you really want that's coming to Tobin Automotive. They're selling that thing for sticker. There's no extra mark-ons. Maybe they have a tracker or a kill switch option, which Tobin does sell. I think it's $500 as an add-on. Take it because you're driving a Mopar. You want it to be secure. But outside of that, you're not getting bent over for $5,000 here, $3,000 here, $2,000 BS ceramic shield. All of this crap that you see from these other dealers, fly from Texas. Come buy your brand new truck, your SUV, drive it home, or have them ship it to you. It's not hard. They can do all the paperwork. Just because you're in Texas doesn't mean you can't buy one here. Just because you're in Florida doesn't mean you can't buy a car in Nevada or Texas or Illinois or wherever you're going to get the best deal. But anyways, I saw this happen, and this is why they've been on emergency status. They've been churning out Durangos with Hemis like crazy. If you thought it was nuts that they had 10,000 orders in 24 hours for customers with the Ram, the Durango might even break that record in terms of just the first 24 hours for customer orders. Remember we talked about what was 40-something thousand units by dealers immediately for the Ram 1500 with the V8? And it looks like the Durango is already over 35,000 in terms of just dealer orders, not customer orders. But they're estimating that if it's around the same, there could be between 10,000 to 12,000 Hemi orders for the Durango. Now, I'm sure that includes 392 versions, which may come later. Maybe they're just orders or Hellcats. I'm sure they're not all 5.7s, but this is super positive news if you are a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram fan, because the only way this company is going to turn it around is if they have products that people want, and this is what people want. This is what they want. They wanted the 5.7 Hemi, and you know, I don't want to rub it in, but as we said before, you know, a lot of these websites said that the Hemi was only going to be offered in the Bighorn, in the Express, and the Tradesman, right? You were only going to be able to get the V8 in like the food stamp editions of the Ram. And we know it's coming in the Express, the Laramie, the Limited, the Longhorn, the Rebel, the Tradesman, Warlock, basically every friggin' trim outside of the Limited. From so far, you can get a 5.7 Hemi in. So again, those reporters, the ones that are supposed to, you know, be on the inside track, they were fucking wrong. Anyways, I know you're gonna be like, TK, stop picking on them. Listen. I'm trying to be a bigger person. I just, you know, I'm. What do you want from me? I'm Petty Roosevelt. I'm gonna consistently be petty. I apologize. It's like once you get on that side where I'm like, eat a dick, I'm gonna always be like, eat a dick. Man, I can't wait till the next Mopar event. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.